Never Split the Difference is a best-selling book written by Chris Voss, a former FBI hostage negotiator, which provides practical negotiation techniques and strategies for achieving successful outcomes in both personal and professional settings. In Chapter 1, entitled The New Rules, Voss introduces the concept of tactical empathy and discusses the key principles and tactics that are essential for effective negotiation. Voss begins by explaining that traditional negotiation methods are based on the assumption that both parties are rational and willing to cooperate to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. However, in reality, negotiations are often fraught with emotions, biases, and other factors that can make them highly complex and challenging. As a result, Voss argues that a new set of rules is required to succeed in today's highly competitive and unpredictable business environment. One of the most important rules that Voss introduces is the concept of tactical empathy. This involves putting yourself in the other party's shoes and understanding their perspective, emotions, and motivations. By doing so, you can build rapport and trust, establish a common ground, and ultimately achieve a better outcome for both parties. To apply tactical empathy effectively, Voss recommends several key tactics, such as active listening, mirroring, labeling, and calibrated questions. Active listening involves paying close attention to the other party's words, tone of voice, and body language, and then reflecting back what you have heard to confirm your understanding. Mirroring involves repeating the other party's last few words or phrases to show that you are listening and encourage them to continue talking. Labeling involves acknowledging the other party's emotions and concerns, which can help to diffuse tension and build trust. Calibrated questions involve open-ended questions that encourage the other party to share more information and reveal their underlying motivations. Another important rule that Voss introduces is the need to establish a no anchor. This involves setting a boundary or bottom line that you will not compromise on, which can help to increase your bargaining power and prevent the other party from taking advantage of you. Voss recommends using a specific phrase, such as "it seems like we're at an impasse," to signal that you are not willing to move any further. Overall, Voss's Chapter 1 of Never Split the Difference provides an insightful and practical guide to negotiation, emphasizing the importance of tactical empathy and the need to adapt to the new rules of negotiation in today's complex business environment. By following Voss's techniques and strategies, negotiators can build stronger relationships, achieve better outcomes, and ultimately succeed in their negotiations. Chapter 2 of Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss is titled Be a Mirror, and it focuses on the importance of mirroring in negotiation. Mirroring is the act of repeating or paraphrasing the words and emotions of the other party in a negotiation, and it is a powerful tool for building rapport and establishing trust. Voss begins by explaining that mirroring is a natural human behavior that we use in everyday conversations. When we repeat or paraphrase what someone has said, it shows that we are listening and that we understand their perspective. In negotiation, mirroring can be used to establish a connection with the other party and to encourage them to share more information. Voss provides several examples of how mirroring can be used in negotiation. For instance, when the other party makes a statement, you can mirror their words back to them by saying something like, "It sounds like you are saying," or "If I understand correctly, you're saying that." This not only shows that you are actively listening, but it also helps to clarify their position and ensure that you have understood them correctly. Voss also emphasizes the importance of mirroring nonverbal cues, such as body language and tone of voice. By reflecting the other party's gestures and expressions, you can create a sense of empathy and build a stronger rapport. For example, if the other party leans forward or makes a particular gesture, you can mirror their body language to show that you are engaged and interested in what they are saying. Another important aspect of mirroring is to match the level of emotion displayed by the other party. For example, if they express frustration or anger, you can acknowledge their emotions and mirror them by saying something like, "I can see that you're upset about this," or "It seems like this is really important to you." This not only shows that you are empathetic, but it can also help to diffuse tension and build trust. Voss concludes the chapter by highlighting the benefits of mirroring, which include building trust, improving communication, and gaining valuable information about the other party's perspective and motivations. He emphasizes that mirroring should be used as a tool to establish a connection with the other party, rather than as a manipulative tactic. By being genuine and authentic in your mirroring, you can create a positive negotiating environment and achieve a successful outcome. In Chapter 3 of Never Split the Difference, titled Don't Feel Their Pain, Label It, author Chris Voss introduces the concept of labeling in negotiation. Labeling involves recognizing and verbalizing the emotions that the other party is experiencing, which can help to diffuse tension, build rapport, and gain valuable information about their motivations and priorities. Voss begins by explaining that labeling is a form of empathy, but it differs from traditional empathy in that it does not require you to feel the other party's pain. Instead, it involves acknowledging and verbalizing their emotions, which can help to reduce their intensity and prevent them from blocking progress in the negotiation. To use labeling effectively, Voss recommends using phrases like "it seems like," or "it sounds like," to describe the other party's emotions or concerns. For example, if the other party expresses frustration, you can label their emotion by saying, "It seems like you're feeling really frustrated about this." This not only shows that you are empathetic, but it can also help to diffuse tension and encourage the other party to share more information. Voss also emphasizes the importance of using calibrated labels, which are specific and accurate descriptions of the other party's emotions or concerns. For example, instead of saying, "It seems like you're upset," you could say, "It seems like you're feeling really disrespected by our offer." This shows that you have been paying close attention to the other party's words and actions, and it can help to uncover their underlying motivations and priorities. Another key aspect of labeling is to avoid judgment or criticism. Labels should be neutral and descriptive, rather than evaluative or confrontational. For example, instead of saying, "You seem unreasonable," you could say, "It seems like you have some concerns that we need to address." Voss concludes the chapter by highlighting the benefits of labeling, which include building trust, diffusing tension, and gaining valuable information about the other party's perspective and motivations. He emphasizes that labeling should be used as a tool to understand and connect with the other party, rather than as a manipulative tactic. By being genuine and authentic in your labeling, you can create a positive negotiating environment and achieve a successful outcome. In Chapter 4 of Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, titled Beware Yes a Master No, the author emphasizes the importance of using no in negotiation. Voss explains that while most people assume that yes is the ultimate goal in negotiation, no is actually a more powerful tool that can help you to gain control of the conversation and achieve a successful outcome. Voss begins by highlighting the pitfalls of seeking yes in negotiation. He explains that when people say yes, it can often be a way to avoid confrontation or to appease the other party, rather than a true agreement. In addition, saying yes too early in the negotiation can lead to premature commitments and missed opportunities. Instead of seeking yes, Voss recommends using no to gain control of the negotiation and to uncover the other party's true priorities and concerns. When the other party says no, it provides an opportunity to explore their objections and to address their underlying concerns. By understanding their perspective, you can adjust your approach and offer a more compelling solution. Voss also provides several techniques for using no effectively in negotiation. For example, he suggests using the no-oriented question, which is a question that presupposes a negative response. For instance, instead of asking, "Can you do better on the price?" you could ask, "Is it impossible for you to offer a better price?" This not only encourages the other party to share their objections, but it also puts you in a position of power by framing the negotiation around their limitations rather than your own. Another technique that Voss recommends is the Ackerman model, which involves making a series of small concessions followed by a final offer that is still favorable to you. This can help to build momentum in the negotiation and to establish a sense of cooperation with the other party. Voss concludes the chapter by emphasizing the power of no in negotiation. He explains that by embracing no and using it to your advantage, you can gain control of the negotiation and achieve a successful outcome. He also cautions against using no as a manipulative tactic, emphasizing that it should be used as a tool to build rapport and to uncover the other party's true motivations and concerns. In Chapter 5 of Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, titled Trigger the Two Words That Immediately Transform the Negotiation, the author discusses the power of the phrase "How am I supposed to do that?" in negotiation. Voss explains that this phrase can be used to disarm the other party, build rapport, and gain valuable information about their perspective and motivations. Voss begins by explaining that when the other party makes a demand or request, responding with "How am I supposed to do that?" can be an effective way to show that you are listening to their perspective while also acknowledging the challenges or limitations of the situation. By doing so, you are not necessarily saying no to their request, but you are reframing the conversation to focus on solutions rather than demands. Voss also emphasizes the importance of tone and delivery when using this phrase. It should be delivered in a calm and curious tone, rather than a confrontational or dismissive one. This can help to build rapport and encourage the other party to share more information about their perspective and priorities. Another benefit of using this phrase is that it can help to uncover the other party's hidden agenda. Voss explains that many negotiations involve underlying motivations or priorities that are not immediately apparent. By asking "How am I supposed to do that?" you can encourage the other party to share more information about their motivations and concerns, which can help you to address them effectively and achieve a successful outcome. Voss also provides several variations on this phrase that can be used in different contexts. For example, if the other party makes an unreasonable demand, you can respond with, "I'm sorry, but that's just not possible. How am I supposed to do that?" This not only acknowledges the other party's perspective, but it also sets a boundary and helps to establish a more reasonable starting point for negotiation. Voss concludes the chapter by emphasizing the power of this phrase in negotiation. He explains that by using "How am I supposed to do that?" effectively, you can build rapport, uncover hidden motivations, and achieve a successful outcome. However, he also cautions against overusing this phrase or using it as a manipulative tactic. Like any negotiation technique, it should be used authentically and in the service of finding a mutually beneficial